There used to be a large stage inside, but after everything got shaken up, it seems the very nature of the the lamps and crystal light that were hanging above have all fallen down, which makes repairs near impossible.
Wait, so you mean it's difficult?
Yes, mainly because of the lights. Do any of you have experience being on stage? Once this...
I can't stand that feeling.
Me too! I'm no good at speaking in front of people. And then to have everyone...
Sounds like you have some things you haven't been able to let go.
Please don't laugh. I'm trying my best to change that, but...
No, there's nothing funny about that. And you know, that's my opinion anyway. Think about it. Only people... You have many good qualities, Kale. I bet if you had to learn dance and...
No way! That would...
I can relate. I know it.
Maybe we should find a time for you to learn with me. And one day, you will become an outstanding dancer too. By that time, you'll...
Wow. You are so passionate about this that she's practically cool. Really? You do that? You wouldn't think I...
You really think I'm that kind of person?
Oh, no! Of course not.
Seems there's no need for me to warn you again. Anyway, you just need to open the...
Wait, what's that thing in the middle there?
That's my crystal light! It's been locked up.
Well, let's figure out a way to fix this. Looks like we need to raise the platform underneath the crystal light.
If I remember correctly, the stage controls should be somewhere around here.
It seems we have to use the colorful lens to make the light change colors.
Eye for an eye. I condemn you!
That's one way of shining new light on the problem.
Hey, Maimuna? Do you happen to know someone named Sino?
No, never heard that name before. Why do you ask?
Oh, never mind then. I was just thinking you two would have a lot in common.
Back to the situation at hand. We should probably head into the passageway that opened now.
Hello? Is anyone here? If you can hear me, please help!
Lessig Lawrence?
Who are you? Who?
You sure don't look like you're an...
Yep. He's a member of the Lawrence clan, all right. Even though he's hanging...
You. What are you doing here? Huh. Have you come here to...
If you would just think for a moment, it should be pretty obvious why we are here. Yet, now, of course, you don't have to accept my help. After all, aristocrats are naturally superior and need no help.
Yes, thanks for the reminder. I don't need help.
I don't think he really means it, Eula. His tone was harsh, but he keeps glancing at you from the corner of his eye.
Okay. He's been trapped for so long that it seems he's forgotten how to hold a decent conversation.
Hey, no, wait! Halt! You cannot just... Helping me when necessary certainly won't tarnish your prestige. If anything, my...
This is the best reason you could come up with? You think tacking on the word family will be enough? You should be ashamed for your careless actions.
Seems everyone in the Lawrence clan is this way. They'll do anything to save face.
All right. Looks like it's time for the mascot to step in. Here you go. One for Eula, and one for Lessig.
What is this? Candy?
Thanks.
Oh, the smell. It's just...
Yes, that's right. Enjoying something sweet.
Oh, thank you, Miss Mascot.
So he's willing to thank someone else, but not me.
Eula has been worrying about you the past few days, but now that you two have been reunited, I won't have...
Let me clarify one thing. I don't care what happens to him. If you're going to...
Eula will never admit that she actually cares about him. Yeah, you're probably right.
If you're going to keep saying nonsense like this, then at least...
Oh,
Sorry, I admit my mistake.
Why couldn't you have just...
I'm back. Oh? Have you already finished?
Oh,
All right, then let's clean things up here and keep working our way.
I'll take him and find some place for him to rest.
All right. I'll leave my cousin to you. You'd better rest up and regain your strength before we settle.
Now, let's see if there's any way to keep raising the platform higher. We probably will need to find a mechanism that's like a lamp.
Strange. Is that really the Lessig that I know?
You shouldn't always judge people based on the way you knew them before. People change, and people can always make different choices.
oh, look! There's a water droplet over there!
A hydroidolin! It must have been trapped in the curtain, but at least it seems to be okay. It is a magical tent, after all. The inside is much larger than it appears from the outside. Haven't you heard stories with this sort of thing before? Yes, don't worry. We're almost to the top. The last thing we need to do is raise the crystal light to the... After the stage collapsed, I realized that having it raised...
No, I haven't.
I have. I've gone there a few times. The place is bustling with all kinds of vendors. And if you're...
Oh, a dance from Sumeru? I'd like to see that myself.
It doesn't matter if it's on the way or not. I would be happy...
Great. I'll take you up on that offer.
Yeah! Now that Paimon...
Really? My father used to help with festivities at the Grand Bazaar and would always give me candy during the events. I was just a kid and didn't understand anything. I was happy as long as he gave... I always thought my father was amazing and wanted...
But aren't you a scholar in the academia, Maimuna? As far as I know, Scott, I doubt you could have time to assist your father in preparing festivities.
Yeah, seems you read. When I had the choice between becoming who I wanted to be and who my parents wanted me to be.
That's almost the exact opposite of you.
You must have already realized that. Why else would you set up all the...
Yes, but I'm still not. I realized that attending a fair and running the main reason my childhood was so fun and carefree. But my father knew how difficult and tiring running a fair could be, so he wanted to push me toward. But in the end, I didn't do well in either. I gave up on myself and resorted to investigating ley lines in the desert. I finally had a chance to make my wish of running a fair come true.
It's not as bad as you make it out to be, Maimuna. You have the courage to change. You've been actively... Someone who's given up on themselves could never do these things. Oh, Kale.
I understand my situation better than anyone. You don't need to try to comfort me.
It's not that I'm trying to comfort you. It's just that people believe me. This is something that I learned from...
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Have melted.
Yes, the lens is made of materials that are easily melted by light.
Is it me, or do I smell something sweet here?
we're going to raise the crystal light, then we need to open the top of the tent.
What was taking... I'm pretty good at taking care of people.
I don't know if I should be worried for him or happy for her.
The shadow. It's massive. Wait. The shadow just now, it's...
Seems he still might need a little more time to recover.
Of course. With a team like the Traveler, Paimon, Kale, and Eula, they're at least 40 times more reliable than...
Only 40 times more reliable? That means I'm still pretty good then.
Huh? What has happened? How did I get outside of the tent? Oh, that's right.
Oh, you're awake now. Don't worry.
I'm afraid I still feel...
Lessig Lawrence.
Oh, it's you, Eula. All right, I'll do it.
Interesting. Now you want to talk. Seems like you've had a change of heart. In that case, maybe you'll be able to explain everything.
I admit it, yes. But it was a long journey, and I didn't always know the way. But the peculiar thing is, I realized that you and I are like glass ponds that were raised in shackles. Such pompous, hateful, and stubborn. It's like a never-ending game of tug-of-war. But it is meaningless.
Paimon sorta understands what Lessig is saying.
Everything he said is true. Your family is probably unaware that you've already changed how you see things.
Yes, this has all happened recently. After coming to this, all that I and many other members of the Lawrence clan long for is a
Lessig, both you and I never had anything to do with the glory of the Lawrence clan.
I originally planned on returning to Mondstadt after taking care of things here.
See, people can always make different choices, and it's...
Yes, about that.
That's all right. Being able to clearly choose between becoming who you want to be, how to find true happiness, is probably one of the most difficult research topics.
I have a suggestion for you, Lessig. Why don't you return to Mondstadt and tell your parents what you just told us?
They'll probably try to tear me limb from limb.
This is something that I've been thinking about, too. Perhaps the Lawrence clan is just like this stage. It was once home to glorious...
She's so solid and tough, but also clear and open, like an ice cube. Is that why she's able to dance anytime and anywhere she wishes?
Are you all done talking now?
Yes, I think so. By the way, that is for you. Please take it. I found it on Lessig earlier.
It's one of the missing components.
Well, you didn't
What? It looks pretty familiar. Have I seen one of these before? Ah, right! I also bought a similar box at the last festival.
Yes, people often use this kind of box for candy at festivals. This was one of the materials originally used to create the tent, but now that the tent has been repaired, we no longer need it. Eating the candy from the box as an adult will never be as delicious as it was when you were a kid. But if you really think about it, there are way more things you can eat as an adult.
Ah, so when it comes down to it, eating candy is sort of like life. It's just another choice.
So, as of now, we've already collected 3 of the missing components. I'm sorry that repairing the tent took so much of everyone.
back. I trust your adventure. Yep, you could say that. How about you? Well, I suppose it's time I told you that as the divine, the truth is that a relic known as the Shinro casket was but recently. An orb matching the relic's description suddenly began emitting light, almost as if it was guiding people. I wasn't lying when I said that. Goro has often told me that sitting at home reading as I made my way from Watatsumi Island to Sumeru, I enjoyed a variety of breathtaking. I was surprised to find that the relic had ended up in the desert. I knew it, though I feel that Idia was not intentionally trying to hide anything from us. This... Now that you mention it, a lot did happen. I see. When you found Lessig, I'm afraid that he was caught up in his thoughts and didn't pay attention to his surroundings. Hey, everyone! Oh, I hope we're not interrupting your conversation. It's alright. You two did a lot today. Care to join me? Sure! That would be perfect! Eula and I just made some...
Turns out Idia has a cooking stove and oven. Seriously.
Oh, so did you make us some moon pies?
No. I made something called Stormcrust Pie. You should try one, Traveler.
And I made some pita pockets. You could try some, Kokomi. It should taste great with tea. Sorry, I should call you General. Oh, I would be happy to... By the way, Eula, how's your...
Oh, him. You would never guess.
Spring forth!
That's too much. I can't.
No, really, it's all.
Yes, and to be completely fair, I'm the
Oh? What happened? Did Paimon miss something?
Hello, you two. Lessig was just telling us.
Perhaps you should allow me to. I'm afraid it was I who caused all.
Yes.
To be precise, I saw a most exquisite water orb at the entrance of the domain. I was curious if it could rotate, so little did I know that it was the core of this entire domain. What I mean to say is, I knew something was wrong.
It's not just your fault. I failed in my responsibilities as the caretaker here. Oh, I knew.
Oh, you mean the big ball of water at the entrance? Yes, that's the one. Anyway, after giving it some thought, Lessig has offered to perform some more repairs and maintenance to help support the domain. But we were concerned he wouldn't be able to handle it all alone, so Eula and I will also stay here to lend him a hand.
But don't be mistaken. I'm not doing this out of the kindness of my heart like Kale. My job is
Oh! I don't think anyone's buying that anymore, Eula. Though I do remember... right.
No, I'll get right to work.
Either way, Lessig is going to be in charge of making lunch for everyone today.
Yes, I'll do my best. No need to worry.
What was that?
No, I mean, thanks everyone for giving me a chance to redeem.
Very good. But you should conserve your strength. Many parts of the domain are still in disrepair, so we have a lot.
Seems Adia has a little more pep in her step after finding others to help do the work.
Now that you three are situated, we can focus on what. I'll go gather the others. We should get ready to leave as soon as possible.
And there she goes. Maybe this is how it feels to be in... Where are we going now? We're going to retrieve the last missing component. My working theory is that the director...
No detail slips by our general.
What's a director? A director is a kind of job. The one we're looking for is named Zosimos. Zosimos is responsible for managing everything that happens on the stage, similar to how Idea is responsible for managing the whole realm. Wow! Sounds like Miss Idea must be way busier! You'd think so, wouldn't you? Care to comment on that at all, Idea?
Maybe someone else can explain. I'm just enjoying taking it easy, as usual. The director doesn't get out much. He's almost always cooped up in his treehouse making props or writing. But I'm trying to remember now.
Huh? You don't remember?
Hey, don't forget! I'm just the mascot.
I believe it's that way. Though he might prefer to be alone, given he often has to move, and having a view of the entire stage would be useful when imagining a production's act. So if I were him, I'd probably pick...
But how do you know which direction the theater is in?
Simple. The overall layout and decoration...
Oh, good point! Why didn't I think of that?
A reward on the road.
Where did that blasted automation mechanism go? The mail... who's that? Idea?
Yes, Sosimos! 'Tis I!
This is a surprise.
Curled up in a fetal position,
Wow, what a fascinating little creature.
The name's Paimon? And no, Paimon's no mind read.
It seems everyone shares a similar opinion about you, Idea.
I knew from the start that a managerial role wasn't for me. But I found my...
Mascot? Is that a new role? I don't remember casting you for that.
Okay, enough about me. I'm just here to introduce you to some new friends of mine. And that's why we came to see you. Well, do you have the component that fell out?
I do. However... I'm afraid the incident has caused many malfunctions with the stage mechanisms.
Okay, so you're holding the component ransom till we help you fix the mechanisms, huh?
No, till we fix the stage, surely.
I'd have thought he wants us to make some more
You're all forgetting that the majority of his work involves writing scripts. I'll wager that he wants us to edit them.
What has gotten into you all? What sort of person do you take me for, The component is safe and sound, although I was hoping that maybe you might be willing to help rescue my show? You're a big group. I have lots of roles to...
A show? I want to help. Can we?
Also, truth be told, I've hit a bit of a roadblock in my script. Suddenly, I got my muse back. I don't know how to explain it, but something about seeing...
Huh? You mean that story you've been stuck on forever?
Yes, really. Just give me a little time, and I'll write it all up. In the meantime, I'll leave things to you, Idea.
Whoa. And he's off to write the script.
Sosimos has always wanted to write an epic story about a thief and a mage. Why don't you all take some time for yourselves while I see what I can...
A director, my friends, is a storyteller. And the key ingredient to every good story is the heroine was the missing piece of the puzzle. The rest of the story flowed naturally from there. And now... Well, is everything...
Director Zosimos? How do you pronounce...
Let me see. That's sojourn. It means to stay for a while. This is a very cute...
Oh, wait. There's another word I don't know here.
It's okay, Klee. We can go through your lines together a few more times after...
That would be most appreciated, Kaya. I had a feeling about you, actually. You seem to know a thing or two about character acting. Tell me, have you...
You're too kind. It's all in the script, really. It just rolls off the tongue.
Oh, you think so? Well, you definitely have a knack for it. I've actually been looking out for someone with your talent. If I make it as a big-time director, then I can see us working together for the long...
What can I say?
Great. Fantastic. Now then, please go through your scripts one more time. But don't... If you need me for anything, I'll be in the big theater right in the center of this area.
Wonder what the theaters are like here. Let's go check it out while everyone's still getting ready.
Is this an answer from this world?
Where did it go? I put it right here.
Hey, Zosimos! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two. Please, come here. Feast your eyes on this stage.
So, directors have to design the stage too?
I'm no ordinary director. I take a more holistic approach.
Sounds like a lot of work. Idea wouldn't be able to handle that kind.
Idea has her work cut out for her too, you know. She's my one and only member. Well, she just says what she thinks. You don't know how to write, or this is getting ridiculous. But even though she's my harshest critic, she's also been my biggest supporter, and I'm very grateful to her. I've always dreamed of being a director.
So, what did you do before you came here?
Like I said, I dreamed. From a young age, every time I came home after a show, I'd go over the story. Unfortunately, I couldn't offer much beyond my practical skills, so I ended up spending most of my time as a prop designer. And don't get me wrong, I do love building the set.
No wonder you only wrote director on the side.
Exactly. You're not doing a great job of convincing me that you're not a mind reader. By the way, could I ask you for your help with something? I'm having trouble finding the master...
The one you only just finished writing?
Yeah. After I handed everyone their copies, I held on to my master copy. If it's not here, then it might be in the attic. But, I still have some things to do to get...
No problem. We'll find it. Whoa! It sounds like a water droplet is on the second floor! Let's go have a look! Wow. It looks like the water droplet has been managing them for the director. Most of them look like works in progress. Then it should be the one that's finished. Okay, this is the only script that fits the bill. Plus, let's go give it to Director Zosimos. Zosimos, we got your script!
Thank you. That's a huge help. I'm running out of time. Anyway, the stage is secondary. The performance is what really matters.
You don't sound very confident in what you're...
It's true. I realize now that a show, even if you have the same actors performing on the same stage, the performance will be slightly different every time. Those subtle okay. One last request. The truth is that my sets are composed entirely of preprints. First, now of course, preprints are really meant for making objects to furnish the domain. But Idea said that if this is what I really...
So that's what you meant earlier.
I'd like the Traveler to go into the preprint set and help move props around during the performance. The reason is...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. If you're busy directing, moving the props, and operating all the mech...
Yes. I know that I'm no master, even if it really is a half-baked script, with shoddy writing and moments of sheer ridiculousness.
Hard to turn a guy down after a speech like that.
Thank you. Genuinely, I'm so grateful. I'll go and inform the others. Then.
Scatter!
Long, long ago, there was a great thief. He lived in a land where the light did not shine, where all suffered in the darkness.
People call me...
Sorry, Kaya. Directly into the microphone, please. Otherwise your voice'll, you know.
Okay. They call me the Dagger Bandit, but no one sees that I rob the rich and give to the poor. Here in the dark, evildoers run rampant in the shadows, while the good, honest folk stumble blindly on, just trying to find a way through.
As the bandit brooded, suddenly the world was inexplicably changed as a single star appeared on the horizon and flew across the sky. Traveler, stomp on that movement mechanism in front of you.
Light. A brief flash, yet enough to illuminate the world. If I can find the source of that light, I can shine it into the darkness, and the people will suffer in blindness no longer.
Without a moment to spare, he set off to follow the star's course. All the while, the star kept moving through the sky. Traveler, the star kept moving through the sky.
Looks like I have to go through the desert. This could get dangerous.
If everything he'd heard was to be believed, The desert ahead was a no-man's land filled with horrors. Worse still, the star had landed in the most difficult-to-reach location, surrounded by sheer cliffs, but he was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
The Dagger Bandit trekked deep into the desert wasteland. Yet when he finally arrived at his destination, he found not a fallen star, but a young girl, dressed in white.
How strange. I'm positive this is where the star landed. Young lady, do you know where the light has gone?
The girl replied,
Traveler from afar, the light you seek is only a bottled flame. But the flame has now died, and its light is long gone.
A bottled flame?
Yes, it was a gift from another.
And so, the girl began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The girl hailed from a kingdom that sat atop the waterfalls. But when the reigning dynasty fell and a new one seized power, she and her people fled for their lives. A thick fog began to fill the air as she made her way through the forest, and dense thickets tried to block her path. There is a mechanism down there that you can press to retract the thicket board below the stage.
If I only had a lamp to guide me through this wretched forest, then I could survive.
With scratches covering her arms and legs, the girl pressed through the pain and made her way forward. The road ahead was arduous, but she was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
Just as she was drawing near her destination, a huge stretch of thorns and brambles suddenly came into view. Despair set in and began to weigh on her heart.
If only someone could help me, I would give anything in return.
The girl's heartfelt wish in her moment of desperation did not go unheard.
Wait! There's no mechanism for the final thicket!
Ugh. I must have forgotten to check those boards.
According to the story, those thickets should be gone from the stage now, right?
Yes, total oversight on my part. What a pain.
I can help! Traveler, catch! It's a Jumpy Dumpty!
The girl's heartfelt wish did not go unheard, for a Jumpy Dumpty, who was passing by, helped to clear a path for her.
Oh, thank you, Jumpy Dumpty.
And so the girl continued her journey deeper into the forest. But what she found there was not a lamp, but a mage glowing with fire. So, just to clarify, it was supposed to be the mage who helped burn a path through the thicket.
Save it for the end, man!
The mage took pity on the girl and handed her a bottle. Then, the mage began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The fiery mage had an adventurous spirit and enjoyed taking long journeys. On one such journey, while taking rest in an oasis, she found a beautiful bottle by a crescent-shaped lake.
Klee, quick, get in the light.
She was an extraordinary mage, with the power to grant people their wishes. She turned the bottle into a thing of equally extraordinary power. But the only place that it could make wishes come true was inside of the bottle.
Oh me, oh my, look at this wonderful bottle of mine. It could make a fine toy. But better still, a sojourner's home.
The fiery mage blew into the bottle, allowing it to grant one single wish outside its glass walls.
Oh, am I supposed to blow into it? Wow, it lit up.
A flame was kindled within the bottle, and it began to glow a fiery red, just like the mage herself. After the mage finished telling her story, she disappeared, leaving only the bottle behind.
A magic bottle that can grant wishes. And I wish to leave this place and go somewhere where no one will ever find me again.
And then, the bottle seemed to softly inquire.
I don't know.
The flame in the bottle faded as the girl's single wish was granted, and she found herself in the middle of the desert, far away, where no one could ever find her. When the Dagger Bandit listened to her story, he sighed in disappointment that the flame with the power to grant wishes outside of the bottle had already died.
But this doesn't make sense. If it truly granted my wish, then nobody should have been able to find me here.
Maybe they shouldn't. The desert is difficult and dangerous to navigate, but I was determined to make it, no matter what.
Then take this bottle with you for your trouble. It may be able to grant you your wish, though sadly, only within the confines of the bottle itself.
All I wish for is light.
Honoring the bandit's request, the girl wished for light inside the bottle, and sure enough, it lit up. They found that while the light was only generated within, it could nonetheless shine through the glass and reach anywhere in the outside world.
Even though it doesn't burn as brilliantly as the light that shone before, this is still an extraordinary light. What will you do after I take the bottle?
I don't know.
Well, then maybe you should come back with me.
With no reason to refuse, the girl accompanied the Dagger Bandit back to the land where the light did not shine. They brought light to that place, and the darkness was dispersed, and they lived happily ever after.
And we're done! Seems the show went pretty well. Mr. Honorary Knight! Didn't I do great? I felt like I really... Wow, great costume, Glee! As soon as Paimon saw your shadow, she thought straight away, what a... Glee loves it! Thanks, Mr. Zosimos! Oh, wait, no,
Mr. Direct? Huh. No one's ever called me that before.
Miss Adia said that she tailored it a little bit, so... Yeah, that's amazing! And it sounds like Adia...
It was nothing really. Just one of those, oh no.
Sewing is an art in its own right. You're more...
Really? Oh, I'm just gonna go for a sec.
She gets embarrassed so easily. She really...
Idia's a sensitive person and doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence.
Don't worry. I'll go make sure she's okay. I'll see you all later.
So, what did you all think of the play?
Huh? Uh-oh. Time to get serious.
Oh, absolutely. I had the courage to ask, didn't I? So, don't...
Okay, Paimon will go first. So, the dialogue at the beginning was pretty good, but it ran out of steam as the story went on. Paimon could tell that you ran out of The characters were honestly a little bit ridiculous. Paimon didn't get what...
Yes, all very good points, Paimon. I would add that in its attempt to pay tribute to the series 1,000 Nights, also...
Miss Adia, what are you doing back?
Oh, you know, I return like the tide when...
Especially when it has to do with...
But there was one thing I liked about it. Just one. You think so? I thought I was letting him off lightly.
Adia, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, sure. Excuse me for a moment. Back to you, Paimon. Keep up the good criticism.
Okay, in that case, Paimon did have one other...
Let's hear it. Taking criticism on the chin is all...
The ending was all wrong. The girl's motives were clear and simple the whole way through. It was... And doesn't anyone else find it weird how her whole community was all...
I'm fine. I'm not going to improve without feedback. I also learned a lot this time with the chance to be off stage.
What a great attitude. You don't seem upset at all by our comments.
I wouldn't say I'm completely unaffected.
Still, now that Paimon thinks about it, you did finish the script in a bit of a rush. Maybe we were being a little too hard on you.
That's perfectly fine. Nothing is as important to me as my work on the stage. We all use our imaginations when we're kids, right? I fast forward to now, and in many ways, I'm still that same little kid. Of course, a director can accomplish nothing without a cast and crew. So on that note, I want you to all know that I am eternally grateful to each and every one of you.
Hey, don't mention it. We had a blast.
Okay, here, take this. Your component, as promised.
It's the bottle from the show. The one that lit up when I blew into it.
That's right. Can you guess the secret behind why it lights up?
Oh, maybe they're...
Bingo! You guessed it.
That should do the trick. Oh, wait, this needs tightening up a little.
This outfit's more fashionable.
Excuse me, everyone. Do you have a moment? Especially you, Zosimos. Idia wants to do a little...
A dream come true?
Yes. She said that as useless as she is, she wants to do something for you as the first person. Her words, not mine. I have to disagree, though. I have never thought of Idia as a...
How is this suddenly about me? If everybody is ready, then I'd like to invite tonight's male lead to take the stage. Ta-da!
Wow! Cool! Kaya's turned into the real Dagger Bandit!
How is me changing outfits supposed to make the director's day?
Don't be silly. If I know our director, nothing will make him happy.
Well, then I'm happy to oblige.
Zosimos drew up countless designs and made a few prototypes before landing on this one. It just needed some tailoring to fit properly.
Oh, it's perfect. Oh, I'm so touched.
How are you doing? Recovered?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, please, don't mention it. Well, now that we have the final component, it's time to...
Can I keep wearing my costume?
Please do, by all means. Both of you can keep...
Yay! Kaya, keep wearing yours too. It looks amazing. I agree with our mage. I'm sure it's...
Sure. I think I can be a bandit for a little longer.
Bye-bye, Mr. Director.
Take care, my dear friends.
Yes. Idea had the water.
How is Lissig doing?
He finished all the maintenance work, but it took a lot out of him.
Oh, I feel a little guilty.
Consider it his atonement. It's only fair that he had.
If you say so. Okay, without...
Isn't this where we first met Water Droplet?
Correct! The core of the Veluriam Mirage is the largest streaming projector of all...
Whoa, so everything we've seen is created by... So, to fix it, same process as usual, right?
Exactly! Well,
it's hard to forget after doing it so many times.
Let's get going!
This is... Yay! Suddenly pipe...
The hub consists of these components. All you need to do is place them onto the foundation in the right shape.
The right shape? But we've never seen what it looks like.
Oh, don't worry about it. Close enough will do, as long as...
Sometimes you have no standards with... But why isn't it turning?
The components are back in the core, and the hub... That's all we needed to do. Like any wound, it just needs time.
Really? I thought that with your special abilities...
What?
Huh? All of us are dying to see it. Not just how don't... I want to see Adia using her magic powers to... What are you guys talking about? And how is Cleon on this, but Paimon isn't?
They're referring to our mascot's true form.
As I've said all along, there's much more to Idea than she gives herself credit for. Did you notice right away, General? I only found...
So our general was the first to notice.
I'd say the same about you, Kaya.
What the... All of you? No? It's just... For people who stumble upon this place by accident, I think my current form is more approachable than my true...
What? What is it? And whatever it is, how the heck does everyone know about... Well, for one thing, I sensed then my mind started to wander as I was reading a storybook. And suddenly, I had a thought. Since hydroidolins can change into any form...
You hit the nail on the head. Alright, in that case... I am an Oceanid who was exiled here when the former Hydro Archon passed away.
Wow, Idia! You're...
Now that I'm in my true form...
You look stunning. You should be flaunting.
Oh, come on.
Wait! So does this mean that all...
I'm guessing that the human counterparts to these Hydro alter egos are long gone.
That's right. When they wanted to leave, the components are in fact gifts that they... But I'm always curious about what brings people here.
The power to grant wishes, but only with...
Exactly.
It's a truly extraordinary light.
I've just realized something. When the components fell from the core, it appeared as if they had returned. It was after the components landed where they did that their owners and the things associated. So now that the components have been retrieved...
Don't worry, they'll be quite safe. As long as however much we might criticize each other or get into scuffles.
I had so much fun in the choo-choo cart and hanging out with Mr. Director. Me neither. I'll always remember.
Very good. But it's
This one's all yours, Adia. Please work.
That's strange. Nothing happened. Oh, crumbs. Not now. Not right off. Someone get me a bottle. I'm heading... What now? This was the only way.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Yes, General Sangonomiya?
If it's okay with you, would you let me borrow the Shinro...
Ah, the Shinro casket. Here, is this it?
Wow! A huge shell! It's the relic that Kokomi mentioned earlier! It was once a ritual vessel used for making offerings in the Moon Shrine. It's made from the remains of a yoke several centuries ago. The relic was lost when the the pearl that goes with it should be able to sense the casket's location. But when... Huh? How come?
Well, imagine it was a sound instead of light. If the room is...
Oh! I get it now. The shell must have been having...
I understand now, too. The core has been wearing out.
To get back to the story, without the offerings at the shrine, yet countless people who have visited this domain brought their wishes with them. And
Wow! I never knew
it is powerful enough to help you.
But what?
It's simple. We just need to await her example. Mine and my wish is to use my critical thinking and strategic planning skills to bring Idea. What do you wish for?
Me? My wish is that all those who have sojourned to the Veluriam Mirage, even though I know full well that trying to build a railway in the outside world is, and I know that Zosimos has a lot of improving to do as a playwright, despite all of that, that somehow, someday, they will achieve.
Okay, the combined power of our hopes and dreams is at your disposal.
face.
Yay! Dia, you're back to normal.
Everyone's praise and curious questions went to my head. I said so many things
Please don't say that. Yours? Yeah. And you weren't granting wishes for yourself. I have friends like that too. Other people's hopes and dreams are what motive, if you ask me. That's one of the most noble things. Please,
no more praise. I'm really not comfortable with it. It makes someone like me doesn't deserve so many people's praise.
Well, at least the domain is fixed now, and all the components are back in place.
What's the matter, Klee?
I suddenly have loads and loads of more wishes. Is there a way to get up on top of the wheel, Dia?
There is a way, but there's only space for a very few people.
That's okay. I can go up by myself. But it'd be more fun with Mr. Honorary Knight. Are we sure about this? What happens if we fall off? Well, yeah, but...
Don't worry, I'll be there to make sure no one falls off. I haven't been up there in a long...
Is this an answer from this world?
Wow! So high! I can see everything! Idia, next time you need to bring Kaya and the others up here. Sure thing. Whenever people have to leave this domain, I like to come up there always overjoyed when they first arrive and start bringing their... But once they realize that they can't take anything home with them, they get upset.
Do you ever get sad, Idia?
I feel lonely at times, but a lot of people destroy everything they created before leaving. Before they left, they asked me to make replicas of themselves using hydroidolons. Then they tasked these replicas with maintaining...
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know how they're faring in the outside world, but just the thought that one day it feels like I'm here waiting for them in the future. Really? I just think that every dream, every wish, whether someone is still working towards their dream or living as long as whenever they think back to that spark of light within...
Well, I feel super happy right now.
Then I guess I finally paid Alice back after all these years.
Time for Paimon to give you a nickname.
How dare you mock me? Roar! I'll gobble you up in one... I'm still embarrassed to have shown you my uglier side, but I'm glad the Veluriam Mirage is up and running again. This place is going to be...
Yep, I want to get everyone together for one last ride on the choo-choo cart.